It is a profound miracle that Christ the King comes to us in the poverty of a stable. These are the places that Jesus chooses to be born. He makes his home with beasts of burden, ragged souls cast out with no place of their own. The tattered wayfarers who are forgotten and forsaken, these are his family. The wounded, the weeping, the weary. He knows our pain and sees our tears. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are treasured.
There is a time for everything, a special season for everything under the heavens. A time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to harvest, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build up. There is a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather them in, a time to embrace and a time to turn away, a time to search and a time to give up. There is a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be silent and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. God has made everything beautiful in its time and has set eternity in the human heart.
It can't be Christmas without darkness. An angel comes to Joseph in a midnight dream. Magi follow the star in a deep azure sky. Heavenly hosts come to shepherds watching flocks by night. We travel a road of suffering and unknowing, a fearful darkness in which people have stopped believing. But God comes to us in our darkness, accompanies us through it, prepares us to begin again. The promise is not that the darkness ends. Suffering does not end. But mystery endures. And the promise remains the beloved is with us. Fear not, the angel said, for God is here among us. Grace comes in the darkest hour, for God is here among us. And from the darkness you will see the light return. Fear not.
The Spirit helps us in our weakness, for we don't know what to pray for as we ought, but the Spirit intercedes for us with sighs too deep for words. And the one who searches hearts knows the mind of the Spirit, and we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to his purpose.
God of the open window, the star-drenched sky, the gathering dawn. When night is at its deepest, may I know the comfort of home beneath your welcoming wing. Our bodies carry scars, not visible to the naked eye, but they are there, telling the stories our lips hesitate to utter. We hunger for the tender knowing that we are in your image, and the assurance that we will be whole. When night is at its deepest, may we know the comfort of home beneath your welcoming wing, so that when day comes to the window, we may gather up our dreams and fly.
From the prophet Isaiah. The people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. Those living in a land of deep darkness, on them a light has shined. The yoke of their burden and the bar across their shoulders has been broken. For a child has been born for us, a son given to us. Authority rests on his shoulders, and he is named Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace.
In the midst of our grief, we look up beyond our loss. In our anger, we look up to find another perspective. In our impatience, we look up beyond ourself. In weariness, we look up. And we find something that gives us strength that overpowers exhaustion. This is the longest night. But God is here with us. And if that star was the same star we saw so long ago, then indeed there is hope for tomorrow. For God is giving us a hug and a push to look up and move into the future.
Isaiah again tells us, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. Darkness covers the land, but the Lord rises upon you, and his glory appears over you. Lift up your eyes and look around. The sun will no more be your light by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will be your everlasting light, and God will be your glory."
Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for God is with me. God's rod and staff comfort me. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I'll dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Practice joy, and you will glow like a star. Practice wonder, and you will shine like a candle in a dark place. Practice compassion, and you will radiate like the sun. And if that is too hard, practice gratitude. Simply practice gratitude, and you will shine with the light of God.